Hi guys, this is Jason. I'm back again to talk to you about heteronyms. So heteronyms are words that have the same spelling, but we pronounce them a little bit differently and they have different meanings. So I'm going to show you 15 different heteronyms today. Before we do, I want to do a really brief reminder and talk about syllables. A syllable is a section of a word that has one vowel sound in it. So take a look at these different examples. An apple is a two-syllable word. First syllable is simply the A sound, the A. The second one is the E at the end. It sounds a little bit like U, but apple. How about because? Because is also a two-syllable word, which I'm sure you can imagine is very common in English language. Because has 4 vowels in there, but it only has 2 syllables. B, the E sound, and AU makes an ah sound, so because. The last word, intelligent. Intelligent is a longer word. It's 4 syllables long. Intelligent. It's 4 syllables. And so you can hear each of those syllables has 1 vowel in there. Now, why are we talking about syllables today? Well, because in heteronyms, you often emphasize one syllable over another. Not always. But take a look at some of these words, and you're going to notice if it's a 2-syllable word, I emphasize the syllable that you pronounce differently. So here's the first sentence. My daughter moped all day when I refused to ease up on her punishment. A moped is a type of motorcycle. Now, moped is a 1-syllable word, so we can't emphasize 1 syllable in there. But moped is 2 syllables, and you emphasize the first syllable. So moped means she was grumpy, she was not happy, she moped around. But again, a moped, it's a type of motorcycle. How about this? Lawyers often say object during a trial. The book was the only object left in my backpack. Object means I don't like this, so I disagree, I object. But an object, well, that's simply a thing, another word for a thing. So there are many objects in my classroom today. The Polish president spoke to his people. I need to polish my shoes before the graduation ceremony. Polish is an adjective for a person from Poland. Now we emphasize the first syllable, but it has a long O sound. Polish, we also emphasize the first syllable, but instead of being an O sound, it's an A sound, like octopus. The principal will present a scholarship to the best student. I hope I get a good present for Christmas. Present, present. So present means like to give a presentation. But present, well, of course, a present, well, I hope my wife gives me a great present this year. I already have an idea. Next sentence, having a good idea isn't enough. You need to produce something. The carrots and broccoli are in the produce section of the store. Produce means like to make something. But produce, well, that's the section of a store where you find your fruits and vegetables. How about this? I read a book every evening. I read a book last night. Read is present tense. It means something that I do. Read, it's past tense. It's something that I did. Many records were broken in the Olympics this year. Our talented singer records new music regularly. Records? So records means like who is the fastest man alive or who is the best swimmer. So records means like to record a video or to record a song. I hope that Brock Purdy will re-sign with the 49ers during the offseason. Sometimes people have to resign from a job due to poor health. Re-sign means to sign again. But resign The S sounds like a Z here, but it means to quit. You're resigning from your job, or you resigned from the presidency. Before you apply for a new job, you should update your resume. The game will resume when the rain lightens up. Resume actually is originally a French word, but it's a 3-syllable word, resume. The M-E sounds like an M-A. And it's a piece of paper where you list your education, your work experience, and your qualifications. Resume means to start something again. So the game stopped because the rain got too hard, so it will start again. It will resume. All right, we only have a couple left. Have you ever tried Japanese sake? I work very hard for my daughter's sake. Sake is Japanese wine, but sake means I do this for this person. For heaven's sake is the expression that I heard a lot as a child. The two kids were fighting, so I had to separate them. Microsoft and Apple are two separate computer companies. Separate is a 3-syllable word, and we emphasize the differences in the syllables. Separate actually is 3 syllables, but we usually cut out the second syllable. So we say it's a separate. So we make it sound more like a 2-syllable word. There were tears coming down his face when he heard the bad news. A good teacher tears up a lesson if it doesn't help the student. Tears, well, that's what happened when I bit into a raw onion. I started crying. It tastes so good. But tears is also a 1-syllable word, but the EA sounds like a long A sound. So tear. Make sure you use your seatbelt when you get in the car. I hope we can find a good use for someone with your talents. The meaning is almost the same, but the first syllable, make sure to use, well, first S sounds like a Z, and this is a verb. Find a good use. S sounds like an S, and it's a noun. All right, only 2 left. The wind was blowing too hard, so I had to wind up my kite string. Wind, well, that's what happens when there's a change in air pressure. The wind is blowing. Wind is a verb. It means to take something and take a cord or a piece of string or a rope and make it into a small ball or make it into a smaller space. All right, and our last one. After I wound up the kite, I noticed something sad. I had cut my finger and the wound was bleeding a little. Again, wound is actually past tense for wind. And wound, well, it means that you have an injury. So the sound is different, but the spelling is the same. All right, this can get a little bit difficult. So if you understood today, I want to say you did an exemplary job. Congratulations. And have a great week. I look forward to talking to you again soon. Bye.